Hello friends, our today's topic is nuclear chemistry, and of course it's our second lecture, and in which we will be discuss some terms which are very important and involved in it. So friend, first of all, I would like to tell you that what is the meaning of radioactivity. Radioactivity means that certain nuclei spontaneously emit radiation. Such nuclei are called radioactive, and this phenomenon of disintegration of nuclei spontaneously is called radioactivity. So friend, this radioactivity is discovered by Henry Becquerel in 1895. However, term radioactivity was given by Madame Curie. Marie Curie and her husband Pierre Curie isolated polonium and radium from pitch blended means uranium sulfate, and this is the source of to find out the radioactivity. So friend, radioactivity being a natural nuclear phenomenon remains unaffected by external factor like temperature, pressure, etc. Then this experiment was done by the Madame Marie Curie by using the potassium uranyl sulfate. Was the first compound found to be radioactive. Tritium is the lightest radioactive element. Radioactive radiation. Radioactive radiation are of three types: positively charged alpha rays, negatively charged beta rays, and uncharged gamma rays. So friend, let's start the topic related to radioactivity. The branch of chemistry which deals with the study of composition of atomic nucleus, nuclear forces, nuclear reaction and radioactive material is called nuclear chemistry. Okay, I hope you understand that it is the branch of chemistry and in which we will be studying all the phenomenon related to the atom and their nucleus. The nucleus is composed of nucleons. Okay. Then nucleons, in the nucleons, protons and neutrons are present. Nucleus is characterized by two numbers, atomic mass number and atomic number. Then atomic mass number is denoted at the top of the element. Look toward E. At the top of the element A is denoted and at the bottom Z is denoted. Therefore, the atomic number is the basic characteristic property of any atom which we will be used for the study. So friends, this is one of the example, very simple example, aluminium having a atomic number 13 and atomic mass 27. Okay, and therefore from this source we are also able to find out how many neutrons are present. Of course 14 neutrons are present in there. Then subatomic particles. Then subatomic particles means what? How many particles are present in the atom? And as we know that in the atom there is the three particles are present. First is electron which are evolved around the nucleus, and second is proton, and third one is neutron. Proton and neutron is present in the nucleus of the atom. Then one atomic mass unit is defined as 1/12 the mass of the carbon 12 atom. Okay, and as comparison we will be get the mass of electron in kilogram and in atomic mass unit, that is U or mu. Then that is the electron 9.11 into 10 raised to minus 31 kilogram. And look toward the mass of electron is 5.485 into 10 raised to minus 4 mu. Then in case of the proton 1.673 into 10 raised to minus 27, and near about neutron having also the same mass, that is the 1.675 into 10 raised to minus 27 kilogram. And friends, you should be remember mass in the form of AMU, A dot M dot U, that is the atomic mass unit. And always remember proton having a mass 1.0073 and neutron having a mass 1.0087. Then in our next slide I just take the Einstein equation. Look toward the picture of great Honorable Albert Einstein. And Albert Einstein gives us a very important equation, that is E is equal to m into c square. Okay, friend, m is the mass of the particle and c is the velocity of that particle. The total energy required to break up a nucleus into its constituent protons and neutrons. And that energy is known as binding energy. And binding energy is calculated mass into velocity square. The nuclear binding energy is measured in mega electron volt, which is much larger than the few electron volt required to hold electron to an atom. So friend, the stability of the atom or nucleons is depend on the nuclear forces. Then one question is always arises in our mind, how the protons and neutrons both are present in the nucleus? Because of there is some nucleons forces are present, and which forces are responsible to bind the proton and neutron inside the nucleons. Okay, and these forces is very short range forces, and it can operate very small distance, that is a 1 Fermi means 10 raised to minus 15 centimeter. You just guess how less distance it is actually. These forces are 10 raised to 21 times stronger than the electrostatic forces, and you always remember that these forces are short range forces. So friend, look toward the charge. As you know that electron having a negative charge, neutron are neutral in nature, and proton are positive charge, and neutron and proton are held together by very rapid exchange of nuclear particle called meson. And this meson is discovered by the great scientist Yukawa. Mesons may be positively charged, pi positive, negatively charged, pi negative, or neutral, pi raised to 0. Okay, so friend, actually what happened, the neutron is continuously converted into proton, and proton is continuously converted into the neutron by loss some mesons, and such a type of the exchange is responsible for the stability of the nucleons. So friend, in this presentation we are just look, that is the atom, the particles which are present in the atom, as well as the mass of the particle like electron, proton, neutron, and the nucleon stability, and which force is responsible, and how that proton and neutron are exchanged and how the stability is get. As well as we also discuss about the Madam Marie Curie. And friend, I really want to tell you one thing, that Madam Marie Curie was the first lady in this world. She got the 2 Nobel Prize, the first Nobel Prize in physics and another Nobel Prize in chemistry. So friend, we just memorize the work of Madam Marie Curie and stop this presentation. In our next presentation we will be discuss about the next term regarding to this chapter. Thank you very much.